Blaketos84. We're going to be reviewing of single purpose. Guys, this is of single purpose. You take a little less damage from bullets while unarmed or using a melee weapon. I'm still on tier 1 of this card. If you go to tier 2, it says you take less damage from bullets while unarmed or using a melee weapon. And obviously for tier 3, you take much less damage. So this wasn't a card that I've always used. I'm trying to get it in my rotation. As you can see, I've got it in rotation enough that it can be upgraded to tier 2. However, I'm waiting for this update. I wanted to have some money for this update. So even with the cards being at a discount, I don't want to blow through all my money right now to upgrade all my cards, because then I'll be broke again, and then when the update comes I won't be able to do anything cool right away, and I'll have to grind during that portion of it just to come back and start doing some of the cool stuff. So I want to be prepared for that. So this is a card that I did not use very often for a long time. Obviously it's tier 1. So let's talk about the upside to this card and how we can use it. So if you're doing some of the regular size showdowns, not the small, not the large, a lot of those games use the bags: plunder, up in smoke, spoils of war. So you're running a lot on those maps. You're sprinting a lot. And if you're using slippery, for me, I don't really, I can go without carrying a weapon. I could just go with my fist just so I can run, because I'm not typically trying to get in a shootout with someone when I'm trying to grab a bag or run a bag on most of those boards anyways, okay? So this card could come in handy if you use it right, okay? By use it right, I mean go ahead, get slippery as your main card of single purpose. I would either go with peak condition or come back stronger. So it's interesting because with this, you would take less damage from bullets while unarmed, and then come back stronger. It allows your health regenerating a lot sooner. So if you run those two cards, you're getting hurt less, but you're healing faster. So it's kind of like you're really speeding it up, So if you're going to do this build, though, I go with peak condition a lot. But the problem, if you're going to use this card or that card, is because of the drain rate of slippery, you're really going to want to use the unblinking eye. So it just kind of comes down to discretion at this point, is which card are you going to drop. So if you're using a single purpose and you're taking a lot less damage, are you going to be worried about your stamina, or are you going to be worried about kind of regaining your health a little bit faster? Because you're going to need the unblinking eye if you're going to use a single purpose, in my opinion. I think this game's really good for the showdowns like that. This card is kind of similar to Fight Another Day. Okay, in the sense that you're taking less damage from bullets. So if you ever do any of the free stranger type missions where you're getting a horse, stealing a horse from somebody, or you have to sneak in and steal a wagon, but they're good people, don't kill anybody, that's where I think this card can also come into play. You can just pop into slippery, or use one of the health cards, one of the healing cards, like a moment to recuperate or quite an inspiration. That would go well with this as well. Again, I would probably leave the unblinking eye on here, because you're going to be going through dead eye fast as you take a damage and going into dead eye. So this would be a good one too. This could help you get on the horse or get to the wagon while taking a couple bullets and not firing back. So I like this card. I haven't had a chance to really upgrade it yet because of the other stuff I'm saving my money for. But going forward, I am going to be using it more, because I think it can be pretty game changing when it's at a tier 3 level. I'm just not there yet. So I also think with some of these updates, when there's actually some cool stuff to do online besides shoot each other, out of boredom and griefing each other, I think that this card could be pretty cool with some of the upcoming missions and stuff that are coming up, you know. So like if you did kind of like a bank job in the story mode of the game, you know, this card might be pretty cool to kind of run away from the police if you're using a similar build to not take a whole bunch of damage. So if there's ways that you guys are using this card or think that you could use this card, you know, let me know. If you're using it for the scenarios I've described, this is a really good card to use. So I definitely think it has its role and its purpose in the game of online. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Until next time, Blaketos84, and I'm out.